Here, kitty kitty. It's time for your reading. Welcome all Leos, whether returning or new, to this point in time, this video, this channel. I'm glad you're all here in this moment. We're going to be looking at the last 2 weeks of February here for Leo. I don't think I'll have time to squeeze in that last week for February before we get into the general readings for March. So yeah, we're going to kind of just coast out of February here and ask Tarot directly. Tarot, what are the messages for Leo and people influenced by the sign of Leo for the last 2 weeks in February 2017? These are messages for Leo 2017 in the last 2 weeks of February. Well, Leo, I hope you are all surrounded by the people you love, joy and abundance. If you're not, we're going to try and get there. If that's what you want. And, and if you're struggling where you're at, we're going to try and see what messages Tarot has for clearing some stuck energies and any kind of hidden messages that can help us along our path. All right? So, they're coming. Well, I'm setting them down all crooked. I get a little bit excited sometimes. All right. So the spread, as per the norm, we're looking at our 7 major areas of life with an overall energy at the bottom of the deck being Page of Swords. Okay, Page of Swords, this is a person that's come to your attention immediately. This person would be a younger person that sometimes is very active in the rumor mill, a very beautiful person usually. They're very attractive to other people physically. This person, if you know who I speak of, sometimes can create a lot of jealous and envious situations around her. Notice that green, like she's clothed in white, but notice that green like extra cloak around her. This person has trouble keeping secrets too sometimes. So this person has some growing up to do. If you're internalizing it, this Page of Swords may be telling you here that it's time for some introspection and some reflection as to what you're wanting to bring forward and how you're wanting to present yourself as a person. So yeah, we're going to leave that Page of Swords card off to the side and relate back to it for the end of the reading. And as we begin, as always, in the root area, root position, 5 of Pentacles. This is pretty common in the general reading to show up in this grounding, this 5 of Pentacles, because it does speak slowly to security, which is grounding energy, material security, ensuring your basic needs are being met, a roof over your head and a nice warm meal and a pot to piss in, so to speak. These are the things that really keep us grounded on this, third dimensional plane where we're going out, we're working, we're taking care of our daily duties. For some of you that are seeking out a job or have been struggling financially lately, I have a feeling this card is calling for a little bit more flexibility is needed in terms of what you're willing to accept at the present moment. Some of you Leos out there could be have found yourself in a bit of a tough time because of a decision that might have been made too quickly in regards to professional life and jobs and otherwise. I have a feeling some of you might be stuck in a 9-to-5 rut and are looking for a way out of it as well, but there's fear about leaving that or switching that up a bit. So, 5 of Pentacles energy is good, it's a pentacle, it's good, it's in the grounding position, but it's showing here that we need to start to grow. We need to start to move forward and to expand, so to speak. Okay, that's what we got there in grounding. Here we go into creativity, 2 of Cups. Oh, very nice. So this is romance for some. Leo, there's a strong attraction here, possibly to Cancer, Scorpio. This is like things that could have developed or resurfaced over the Valentine's Day arena. You might have sent out a text to somebody that you haven't spoken to in a while that things you used to might be really passionate with, and now there's kind of some wonder if you could return there or what have you. For those of you in relationships, it's showing that Valentine's Day was probably pretty rewarding, and now you're trying to keep that momentum alive. Let's keep that romance, that good feeling alive. Like, why can't every day be Valentine's Day kind of thing, right? That should be. At least like a few minutes of the day should be, right? For each other. So and let's find creative ways to do that. Let's find inspirational ways to do that for ourselves and for our lover, if we have a lover. And if we don't have a lover, let's find ways to do that for ourselves so that we are getting the law of attraction to work for us and bring that significant person into our lives. Okay, Two of Cups there. In the creative center. Whoa, number 10 major, gut instinct. Oh my goodness. This is kind of like who's who of the who right now. Some Leos, I have a feeling, just like are kind of bewildered in the second week of February. They're kind of like, well, I don't really know what to do with myself. I really don't know where I should be investing my free time. I don't know whether or not the things I'm doing are going to be fruitful in the end. So this is uncertainty in the solar plexus. This is like the Wheel of Fortune is generally a good card. It's instruction to enlightenment is what it is, like at the core of it. But it's not direct instruction to enlightenment because it's a wheel. It's not an arrow. It's not a straight line. It's a circle. So that means you got to go around the carousel a few times before what it is you're seeing out of the corner of the eye is actually fully going to grab your attention, so you know which direction you can go, and then you can reach out, bust out, and grab that ring and make it yours. So I think that there needs to be some more goal setting here and some clear intentions made and affirmed within yourself so that we can bring about good things in our life. Abundance will come, but the universe is just kind of saying through tarot here, like, what the hell do you want? Like, what do you really want? And that's a question only you can answer for real, okay? Now is not a time for like lackadaisical energy. Now is not a time for sitting in front of the boob tube. Now is not the time for like burying your head in the sand. That's also what this card is saying, okay? Very positive, but it's requiring you to like take some action. Like, have you ever been to a carnival where it's like that big wheel of fortune, right? And like the wheel's there and it's cool, but until somebody sets their dollar on the table, the carny isn't gonna like reach up and put all that effort and it starts spinning there, and then all the excitement builds, and then it slowly winds down. It's like, okay, that's what it is. All right. So Wheel of Fortune, good card, and gut instinct, but it's requiring action. You gotta spin it. All right. You gotta spin that wheel. All right, Sacred Heart, here we go. Two of Wands reversed. Oh, again, very good. There's a little bit of duality here. Could be a little of you that are deciding. What's this, Two of Wands and Two of Cups. Some of you here could be like really deciding, I like these twos up here, and I like the fact that here we got the Wheel of Fortune. It's showing that you haven't directed your resources or put all your counted all your chickens before they've hatched. No, that's not right. Put all your eggs in one basket. You haven't done that, and that's very good. And counted all your chickens before you hatch too, because it shows here that you're smart enough not to take things for granted, that there's appreciation, that there's gratitude. With 2-10-2, right? It's almost like, the 2010 or 2022, right? This turn of the century and this year one stuff, Leo, is really going to start working for you here in this second week of February. I tend to like it. So, what we have here, even though we got a bit of the duality going on here, it just shows here that you might be deciding. I'm surprised it's not a Two of Swords. It's kind of almost got that energy here with these archways reversed in this position. But it's saying the decision comes back to you. You got to feel it in your heart. You can't like make this decision analytically or logically. This is more of like an emotional choice. This is more of a what's important to you type thing. And it's got to be a decision that's going to be made from the heart. So there's going to be care. There's going to be empathy. There is going to be feeling behind this, like behind this decision. So I would say, like people say, follow your heart. I'm going to say, listen to your heart, and then follow your intuition. Is what this Two of Wands is telling me here for you in this Sacred Heart, okay? So these have been really good cards for you, Leo. I have a feeling the energies have really lightened up around you going in, after the Jupiter kind of stopped on a dime there and started going ahead again. Things are going to look, like personal truth, Three of Pentacles here. I'm good at what I do, and I'm going to show you I'm awesome at this, and you can't stand in awe, right? This is good energy. This, that was kind of arrogant, like little songs, but you can sing them in your head. You don't sing them to the people that are, like, really impressed by you, but, like, you can sing them in your head. That's fine. It's saying continue. This is a card of me of continuation. Let's keep going. Let's keep doing it. Let's keep shining. Shining. This is a card of like really like letting your inner light shine, letting your inner spark grow and be seen, almost like a fire breathing dragon. Like a dragon could just like be like a dragon, but it really gets impressive when it just starts to breathe fire, right? And this is kind of like that kind of energy. People know you're a powerhouse, whether it's in the workplace or in your creative endeavors or within who you are personally. Is a truth. You're attractive, Leo. You bring sometimes not always the best people around you, but you do bring people around you that are like starstruck by you a lot of the time, and they're unwilling to like leave. Sometimes you actually have to like physically be like, okay, I gotta go to bed now. Can you leave my house, please? Can you go back to your family? Can you go back and do what you're doing? So this kind of energy in a personal truth is saying, let it shine, express it. Whatever form of expression you have, let it work for you these last 2 weeks. And people are going to be blown away. And you can attract the people that you want in and be discerning about that. Three of Pentacles, perfect to see here in personal truth. I love it. These cards are amazing for you, Leo. Really good. Let's see what we got in the top two chakras. Here we go in vision searching, spirit questing, soul journeying. This is third eye stuff, so this is okay. We've got a distance situation going on here. We're distancing, and this could go right back to what I'm saying here. Is like you're kind of attracting a lot of people around you, Leo, and some of them are like not healthy people. But you're kind of like almost too nice, and you like that attention so much that you don't discern enough about these people. You just like having them around for the sake of having them around. But some of them you really got to be a bit more discerning. And the person I have a feeling that you really want to be around is like knows of you and you know of them, but they're off in the distance. They're like, that could be a long distance thing, or that could just be somebody that you don't connect with as much as you want to via phoning or texting. There might be a little bit of like apprehension to do so because this one person here might live a life that's so much different to these people that are attracted to you, yet you're attracted to them, but this person's lifestyle is much better and much more healthy. You realize that and you know it, but you're so busy entertaining these thoughts and these people and attracting this attention that you're not really seeing this. But eventually you'll become bored of it. And you might reach out to this person. This person from time to time reaches out to you as well, too, but has a tough time reading you just because I get a sense of it different. And definitely a water sign. Going back to this, Two of Cups, 4. This could be Scorpio. This could be Cancer. Here is the strong sense that I have. Not to say that it couldn't be Pisces, but if this was Pisces, I think that you guys would be like, lighting up the dance floor already. Kind of. But anyways, so that's kind of what it's saying. So I would say in your personal thoughts and in your meditations and stuff, I would start looking at people in your life. And like if you're like have a family and you're married and that kind of stuff, this might not resonate as much because maybe these people are taking away your time and you're not spending as much time with your family as you could, should, or would want to be. So in your thoughts and in your meditations, I would start to look at all of the people in your life and separate those that love you, those who you love, and those who you share love with. And not like you, and then it kind of goes back to here, and then knowing what you want, right? Like putting things in order. Then that way you can like kind of direct your energies more appropriately to nurture the relationships that are going to be much more fulfilling. And some people like might not be unwilling to like I said, get out of your house or leave you alone for a couple weeks or a couple months, but you might just have to be straight up and just like kind of make yourself scarce to the situations that are taking away and make yourself more available to the situations that are more rewarding. Okay? That's what we got in this Four of Cups. All right? Like, who's bored? Nobody's bored. Even though they say this is a card like kind of stagnation and boredom, I see like more energy here. This is like really like more of you looking at people and putting your emotions in regards to people in order so that you're not feeling that kind of that stuck energy. Okay? All right. And then as we go into the crown area here and what's coming down from the universe, we got Knight of Wands reverse. Okay, Knight of Wands reverse. Sometimes this person could be a little bit passionate. You guys might have been like in some nice like naughty little flings here in the last little bit, Leo, where it's kind of you're wondering now if this person's progressing or if it goes back where one person is way more attracted and wants to get all hot and bothered 2 minutes after seeing you, and you're like, whoa, settle down, Charlie, like let's talk, let's understand each other more, kind of thing, that kind of energy, right? So we've got this in a fire sign, so this could be more of your energy here, you discerning the passion a little bit more, and you kind of deciding how much you want to reveal to yourself to this person, this younger person. If these are people, this is probably directly the relationships that are coming up here in this Two of Cups, Four of Cups, Wheel of Fortune areas. And fire and air is an interesting mix, because fire and air can like be amazing. It can be mind-blowing. But it also can be sometimes like quickly destructive. If you guys are not in accordance with one another in a fire-air relationship, things could get out of hand very quickly. And the fact that this is what's coming down in the universe is saying that you need to be the firefighter here, because this person's not going to be that. The fire needs to contain itself. This is going to continue to feed the fire or starve the fire one way or another from the air element. But the fire itself is like kind of like, how hot is it going to burn here? Where is the fuel? Where is where is it coming from? So I think like you internally are kind of like going to have to direct some energy, some of your own personal energy, to either like increase passion or sort out relationships. And that, I have a feeling, is a main message for many Leos coming up here in the last 2 weeks of February. For those of you internalizing on a grander level of like problematic stuff, stuck energy, I don't see a lot happening this. I see a steady level of progression for the end of this month. I don't see any like great big like enlightenment moments coming, like possibly, but they will be huge if they are. But I don't see like any like big steps being taken here. This is like you guys really understanding relationships at the end of this week, kind of being in the forefront of your mind. Other problems that surface here is like you're grounded in this, and some of you may have to really let yourself shine in order to attract employment situations and things like that. So this lather coming up from grounding to personal truth to here is like focus and expressing yourself and your resourcefulness to get what you want this way. This side of things here is more of like deciding what it is in your heart and who the people you want to let in your heart and who the people you don't want to let into your heart are, to avoid potential conflict. Because I think the universe is going to test you coming up here in the February, beginning of March, with these things, these base foundations that you're supposed to be experiencing and learning from at present moment leading up to that. Okay, Leo, I hope you're well fed. I hope you're purring. And we'll see you again in a couple weeks for your March general reading.